Hey guys, this is Trisha from Happily Ever Style. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm a proud alpha repeater and a toddler mom. I usually like to talk about mindful styling and share tips on how to make the most out of your wardrobe. But today we're going to talk about something a little different. We're going to take a style break and talk about something else I love, which is travel. If you're looking for me on other social media channels, it's at Happily Ever Style. So my husband and I and my 2-year-old son just got back from our 7-day trip to northern Italy. We flew from JFK to Malpensa, and then from the airport we took the train to Bologna, which was our home base for the week. In this video, I'll be sharing what we did in Bologna, where we stayed, where we ate, and what we loved. I'll also talk a little bit about why we picked Bologna as our toddler-friendly city and share tips if you're traveling with kids too. Before we continue, don't forget to subscribe so you can follow me for more style tips and travel content. So we picked Bologna for several reasons. It's a fairly safe city and it's really easy to walk around. There are a lot of car-free zones in the city as well, which made it easy for my son to explore and roam around. The city is also mostly flat, which means that it was very easy for us to use the stroller wherever we go without any issues. It's less hectic than big major cities like Rome or Milan. Another really important reason is that Bologna's main station connects you to a lot of different cities in the area, which makes day trips really easy. And finally, this is more for a personal reason, but my son is a big fan of Bolognese pasta, so that made Bologna an easy choice. We knew that he was going to be really happy about eating pasta every day. So Bologna has 3 really cute nicknames. The first one is the Red, the second one is the Fat, and the third one is the Learned. The Red because of the warm terracotta buildings, the Fat because of the amazing food scene, and then the Learned because of University of Bologna. It's actually the oldest university that is in continuous operation in Europe. So going in, my husband and I knew that we couldn't cover everything we wanted to do in Bologna, but we decided that we would focus on experiencing or exploring the city through these 3 nicknames. And by that, I mean taking in the architecture, enjoying the food, and just soaking up a little bit of the history along the way. So this is the main square. It's surrounded by beautiful buildings and home to the Neptune Fountain, as well as the city's cathedral. We joined a walking tour with a really great guide. He shared a lot of fun facts. It was actually a 3-hour tour though, so our toddler definitely decided that, it was time to go. So we had to leave early and didn't finish the entire tour. So we originally wanted to take the San Luca Express train. It goes uphill and it gives you this gorgeous view of the city. But it takes about 2 hours round trip. So we had to skip it because it was not working out with our nap schedule. But instead, we took a shorter train ride, and that took us through the historic center of the city. And honestly, my son loved it just as much. So these 2 leaning medieval towers are basically the city's landmark. They're both built in the 12th century. We didn't know this before, but we learned that kids under 6 aren't actually allowed to climb the towers. So we actually admired the towers from below. This is a complex of religious buildings. Some of them date back to the 5th century, which I thought was pretty amazing. There are actually only 4 of the original churches that are still there, even though it's still called the 7 churches. My son wasn't really interested in the buildings, but it was still nice to walk around, hang out in the courtyard area. So these covered walkways may not seem like much, but they are game changers. They're actually a UNESCO World Heritage Site. So one of the coolest things about the porticos was even on the hottest day in Bologna, when you're walking under them, it felt so cool and breezy. It's like day and night. It's just so cool how big of a difference it can make. It was actually really nice because my son was able to nap in the stroller while we walked through different porticos. So this wasn't on our list, but we stumbled across a few outdoor book stands and bookshops, and my son had a really good time just flipping through some of the books. It's actually a really good spot for toddlers to take a break, and my husband and I were able to take turns to kind of explore some of the shops nearby. So there's this small window where you can peep through for a very charming view. People call it Little Venice. It's a fun little photo spot, and my son actually loved peeping through the windows. He thought it was really fun. Ahime is easily one of the favorite restaurants that we went to in Bologna. My husband and I were able to go there for a date night. They had a lot of creative dishes. The atmosphere was very cozy and comfortable. We sat at the bar and it gave us a kitchen view, which was kind of nice because it felt like a chef's table kind of experience. The food was really good, and it's definitely one of our favorites. So this is a Michelin star restaurant that was surprisingly kid friendly. We went there for a friend's birthday and everything was shared family style. My favorite was probably the tortellini and broth. This is a really great casual spot for a quick lunch or a quick bite. We tried this flatbread sandwich, which I believe is called tigelle. You can do sweet or savory, and my son loved it so much. He had so many throughout the trip. This is our favorite pasta spot that we went to in Bologna. My son ate so much. He loved the tagliatelle. Now we think he doesn't want to eat pasta at home because it just doesn't taste as good. And honestly, I can't blame him. We went to several cafes and ordered cappuccinos every day. We also really like the pistachio filled croissants. You should just get it. Just trust me, you would love it. We tried a few spots throughout Bologna, and honestly, like, we loved all of them. One particular place stood out, which is called Vero, only because my son dropped his ice cream. They immediately offered a replacement. It turns out that they have this policy of redos if they feel like the scoop was insecure. I thought that was just really great service, really understanding. My toddler was really happy to get a new gelato. So we did consider staying at a hotel, but we decided to stay at an Airbnb instead. We actually shared our Airbnb with our friends who went to Bologna around the same time. They also have one toddler son. The Airbnb we picked was only a 7-minute walk from the train station, which made it really easy when we did do the day trips. It had 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. It also had a laundry machine, which we did use because, you know, toddlers. The hosts were so thoughtful. They bought water and milk for us in advance, so it was already like the fridge was already stocked when we got there. They provided us with 2 cribs, a potty, a baby bathtub. It was just like so many thoughtful details. It really made a difference, especially because we were traveling with kids. I also felt like the experience was more authentic because the Airbnb was in a very Italian style residential building. It was a walk up, which was pretty tiring at times, but it's just kind of nice to kind of live the way locals did. We probably would do an Airbnb again if we ever visit Bologna again. Bologna is so walkable and so easy to go around with a stroller. We walked almost everywhere and probably only used Uber once or twice throughout the entire week. The porticos really made summer heat bearable, and the pace of the city was just right. It was just perfect for traveling with a toddler. So if you're planning a trip to Italy with little ones, I highly recommend Bologna. It's a hidden gem. It's definitely worth a visit. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a like and subscribe to my channel for more style tips and travel content. If you're looking for me on other social media channels, it's at Happily Ever Style. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye for now.